Okay, YouTube. Said the next piece in our build series is going to be the gun belt. So this is our piece of leather, inch and 3/4 wide. Our buckle's going to be down here. This is our other end. I am building a Texas Ranger style gun belt. I don't know how to describe it. If you don't know what Texas Ranger style gun belt is, continue watching or look it up. Google's good for that kind of stuff. Anyway, this is our blank. It's 1 3/4 inch thick. This belt is designed to go over another belt, worn like a police officer's duty belt. But it can be worn as a regular belt also. There'll be two pieces of leather this thick. This is 8/9 ounce. It'll have another one glued and sewed to the back of this. So it's going to be 16-18 ounce thick. But it's going to be pretty substantial. And of course it'll have the belt loops and all of that jazz. But anyway, the way this works, you'll have a billet in here with a buckle on it. Then you'll have a billet here with your strap with your holes and all of that in it. That is that mark right there. That's where I marked it to fit me. Anyway, this will actually go under here, and then your buckle will sit right there. This billet, and then you'll have this end that'll come across, and that's where you'll attach it at. So it looked long when I was stretching it out, but in all reality it's not as big as it looks. Or I've lost some weight, but hell, I don't know. Anyway, this is the beginning of it. It's just, I cut it out with a strap cutter. Y'all seen that on the other videos. I'm just kind of in the layout stage right now. So I did order some Ranger belt style templates from EDC Leather. They're a good place. Maker's Leather Supply is a great place to get stuff from. Tandy. Any of them guys like that. Anyway, I'm going to continue laying this out. I'm going to get my stitch lines and everything laid out, and my inlays. This is going to be the belt for this and this. So that is our goal. Anyway, I'm going to get to laying this out, and y'all have a good one. I hope you continue to watch. Okay, these are my stitch line templates that I've made recently. My other ones got lost, so anyway, this is what we're going to use to put our stitch lines on. I'll show y'all how I do that here in a minute. Okay, I realize that this is hard to see, but what I've done is I laid my template on this side over here. I traced around it, took a square, and I marked my high points here, which is going to be my low points on the other side. we've got a stitch groove here. That's what we're working off of. We're putting the bottom of our template on our stitch line, and the bottom of our, I'm going to call it a loop for lack of better terms, the bottom of our loop on our lines from the other side, from where we had it before. I'm just going to trace around it like this. I hope y'all can see that, but that's going to be our stitch design. These big loops will be cut out in the middle, and there'll be an inlay of that caiman in each one of those cutouts. It's going to make a pretty belt. I'm going to finish laying this out, and I'll get back to y'all. Alright, I'm not sure if y'all can see this or not. I've got it all laid out. This will be my stitch line. Like I said, I'm going to cut these. These will be cut out, and they'll have that caiman inlay in those. That's what's going to kind of tie it together with the holster and the mag carrier. I'm just simply erasing my pencil lines that I don't need. Anyway, that's going to be it. I have a freehand stitch groover. Y'all see me use that other one. This is the same tool, just a freehand stitch groover. You put it in there. You pull it on top of your line. It does the same thing that that other one did. The one I use on the edges. This one just doesn't have the guide. The same thing, just cuts a little groove for your stitch. An eraser in leather work is your best friend. Anyway, I'm going to go through here and I'll cut all these stitch grooves. The object is to cut your line that you drew with your pencil. The object is to remove the pencil mark. See, that one worked out pretty good. Like that. This is our center mark. This is the center mark of our belt. We'll just simply erase that out. Put some little marks there. Anyway, that's how that part's done. I'm going to probably cut these stitch grooves tonight. I didn't go all the way to the end because I'm going to have billets. I stopped like right there. I'm going to have billets on each end of it. It'll all make sense as it comes together. Anyway, I'm going to cut these tip screws out and then probably go to bed because it's like 2:30 in the morning. And then tomorrow I will cut another 1.5-inch billet to go behind this. Then I'll cut my inlays out. We'll glue everything together, dye it, and then we'll start sewing it together. Alright, this is the strap I showed y'all last night. I did the stitch line and stuff in it. I've cut my inlay spots out and beveled those edges. I cut my back piece strap out. So now I have to dye this, glue my inlays in. I'm doing the same inlay I did on the holster as the mag carrier. And we'll sew it together. And I'm waiting on some stuff for my buckles. My buckle system for it. So I'll show you all the progress as I go. Alright, this is where I'm at so far. I dyed my top piece, got my inlays cut out, got the Cayman glued in, got the back piece glued on. I gotta let this dry real good, and then I'll take it out to the belt sander and I'll even everything out. Have to excuse me, I have a summer cold. I get everything laid out and it gets set up good. I'll come back through, and everywhere there is stitch groove, I'll stitch it. I may even do a double stitch line on this one. I've never done it before, but I did a lot of double stitch lines on the holster and the mag carrier, so I just kind of thought it'd be fitting to do it on the belt as well. Anyway, I'm going to, everything's glued together. I'm just kind of rolling it down to make sure everything is stuck good. I'll give this an hour or so to dry, and then I'll come back out. Probably going to go eat dinner, and then I'll come back out, hit it on the belt sander, get everything trued up, evened up, whatever you want to call it, and then I'll do my sewing. Then I have to wait for my billet templates to come in. I could make them on my own, but I ordered them. They're paid for, so why not just wait for them? I still got to figure out what buckle set I want to use on it and all of that. This one will be for sale, but I'm more or less making it for myself. But that's pretty much how most of my stuff goes. I make it for myself and I wind up selling it before I get it finished. So I'm gonna let this dry up, like I said, or dry, and once I get it sanded up, trued up and everything, I'll bring y'all back. And I'm going to try to find my map and show y'all some of the sewing. See y'all then.